Hello and welcome to our professional safety knowledge sharing page, Speak. I'm Saifur Rahman Shan, your guide for today's session. We're diving into the OSHA 30-hour construction course, which is outlined in 21 modules. Today is the second day of our 21-day journey and we'll be discussing. Let's get started. We're talking hard hats, steel-toe boots, and most importantly, knowing your rights and responsibilities. These aren't just accessories, they're lifesavers. Imagine walking onto a site without them. It's like going into battle without armor. Because let's face it, construction sites can be more unpredictable than a game of Jenga played on a waterbed. One moment you're laying bricks, the next, you're dodging falling debris. It's a high-stakes environment where every decision counts. Now you might be thinking, Sean, why should I care about this OSHA thing? What does it have to do with me? Well, let me tell you, it has everything to do with you. I'm just here to lay some bricks, not write a dissertation. But here's the thing. Understanding OSHA, which stands for the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, can be the difference between going home with all your fingers and, well, let's not dwell on the alternative. It's about ensuring that you and your co-workers can do your job safely and effectively. Well, my friend, understanding OSHA, which stands for the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, can be the difference between going home with all your fingers and, well, let's not dwell on the alternative. OSHA sets the standards that keep you safe, from the moment you step onto the site to the moment you clock out. The construction industry, with its inherent risks, has a higher rate of accidents and fatalities compared to other sectors. It's a tough job, and the numbers don't lie. But those numbers can be reduced with the right precautions and adherence to safety protocols. It's like the Wild West out there, but with fewer saloons and more power tools. And just like in the Wild West, you need to be prepared for anything. From heavy machinery to hazardous materials, the potential dangers are everywhere. That's where OSHA steps in, like a sheriff in a hard hat, to lay down the law and make sure everyone plays by the rules. They conduct inspections, enforce regulations, and provide training to ensure that safety is always the top priority. So buckle up as we delve into the world of OSHA and explore how it aims to make construction sites a little less hazardous and a lot safer for everyone involved. We'll look at real-life examples, success stories, and even some cautionary tales to understand the full impact of these regulations. Think of it as an insurance policy for your well-being. You hope you never have to use it, but you're damn glad you have it when you need it. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a newbie on the site, understanding and respecting these safety measures is crucial. It's not just about following rules, it's about making sure everyone gets home safe at the end of the day. Picture this, it's the 1960s, a time of great cultural and social change. The Beatles are topping the charts, revolutionizing music and pop culture. Bell-bottoms are all the rage, defining the fashion of an era and workplace safety. Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly a top priority. In fact, it was often an afterthought. Back then, workers were often exposed to hazardous conditions that would make even the bravest soul think twice. Imagine working with heavy machinery without proper safeguards, or handling toxic chemicals without any protective gear. Thankfully, Mr. Mehedi stepped in with the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970, also known as the OSH Act. This was a pivotal moment in the history of labor rights and workplace safety. This landmark legislation was like a much-needed breath of fresh air in an otherwise dusty and dangerous work environment. It signaled a new era where the health and safety of workers became a national priority. The OSH Act established OSHA, a federal agency tasked with the Herculean task of setting and enforcing workplace safety and health standards. This was no small feat, considering the diverse and numerous industries across the country. It's like the cool kid on the block who everyone listens to, at least when it comes to safety. OSHA quickly became the authority on what was acceptable and what wasn't in the workplace. OSHA's main goal: to ensure that every worker in the United States, from sea to shining sea, has a safe and healthy working environment. This means creating regulations that protect workers from a wide range of hazards. They're like the workplace superheroes we didn't know we needed, swooping in to save the day from potential hazards. Whether it's preventing falls, reducing exposure to harmful substances, or ensuring proper training, OSHA is on the case. Now you might be wondering, John, how does this OSHA thing actually work? How does it manage to keep millions of workplaces safe? Well, it's all about setting standards, conducting inspections, and if necessary, issuing citations and penalties to those who don't play by the rules. OSHA inspectors are like the referees in the game of workplace safety, ensuring everyone follows the guidelines. Think of it as a giant game of Mr. Tamal Says for workplace safety, but with much higher stakes. The rules are clear, and the consequences of not following them can be severe, both for the employer and the employees. So, there you have it, the birth of OSHA and the OSH Act. It's a story of progress, of workers finally having a voice, and of a commitment to creating safer and healthier workplaces for all. This legislation has saved countless lives and prevented innumerable injuries over the years. It's a story of progress, of workers finally having a voice, and of a commitment to creating safer and healthier workplaces for all. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to go to work wondering if they'll come home in one piece. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to go to work wondering if they'll come home in one piece. Thanks to OSHA and the OSHA Act, workers can focus on their jobs without constantly fearing for their safety. It's a legacy of protection and care that continues to evolve and improve with each passing year. Alright, let's talk about the big cheeses, the head honchos, the folks who sign the paychecks, the employers. These are the people who hold the reins of the workplace, ensuring that everything runs smoothly and safely. Under the watchful eye of OSHA, employers have a whole laundry list of responsibilities when it comes to keeping their workers safe and sound. It's not just about following rules, it's about creating a culture of safety that permeates every aspect of the job. Think of it as their solemn vow to ensure that everyone goes home with the same number of limbs they came with. This commitment is the backbone of a safe working environment, where every precaution is taken to prevent accidents. First and foremost, employers are obligated to provide a workplace that's free from recognized hazards. This means identifying potential dangers and taking proactive steps to eliminate them. That means no exposed wiring, no slippery surfaces, and no rogue equipment with a mind of its own. Every detail matters, from the layout of the site to the maintenance of the tools and machinery. It's all about creating an environment where workers can focus on their tasks without worrying about becoming a cautionary tale. When safety is prioritized, productivity naturally follows. But it's not just about physical safety. Employers also have a duty to educate their employees about potential hazards. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to prevent accidents. This includes providing training on everything from handling hazardous materials to operating heavy machinery. Comprehensive training programs ensure that workers are well prepared for any situation they might encounter. Think of it as Workplace Safety 101, but hopefully more engaging than your average college lecture. Interactive sessions, hands-on practice, and real-life scenarios make the training more effective and memorable. And let's not forget about personal protective equipment, or PPE as the cool kids call it. This gear is the frontline defense against injuries and accidents. Employers are required to provide their workers with the necessary PPE, such as hard hats, safety glasses, and gloves, to protect them from potential injuries. It's not just about handing out gear, it's about ensuring that it's used correctly and consistently. After all, nobody wants to be caught in a construction site mishap without the proper headgear. The right equipment can make all the difference between a close call and a serious injury. Employers must ensure that PPE is not only available but also in good condition and suitable for the tasks at hand. In the end, workplace safety is a shared responsibility. Employers set the stage, but it's up to everyone on the site to play their part. By working together, we can create a safer, more productive environment for all. Section 4. Employee rights, a shield against hazards. Now let's shift our attention from the bosses to the backbone of the construction industry, the workers. Under the OSH Act, employees have a whole arsenal of rights designed to empower them and ensure their safety on the job. Think of it as their workplace superhero toolkit, ready to be deployed at a moment's notice. First and foremost, employees have the right to a safe and healthy workplace. That's right, gentlemen. It's not a privilege, it's a right. This means they have the right to speak up about hazards without fear of retaliation, because nobody should have to choose between their paycheck and their well-being. But it doesn't stop there. Employees also have the right to receive information about workplace hazards. This includes access to safety data sheets, training materials, and any other relevant information that can help them stay safe on the job. Knowledge is power, after all, especially when it comes to avoiding potential dangers. And if an employee ever feels that their rights have been violated, they have the right to file a complaint with OSHA without fear of reprisal. Think of it as the workplace equivalent of calling the safety police, but hopefully with less paperwork. Section 5. Safety and health programs, a proactive approach. Let's face it, gentlemen's reacting to accidents after they happen is about as effective as trying to put out a fire with a squirt gun. That's why having a solid safety and health program in place is crucial for preventing incidents before they can occur. It's like having a crystal ball that helps you foresee and mitigate potential hazards. A comprehensive safety and health program is like a well-oiled machine, with each component working in harmony to create a culture of safety. It all starts with management commitment and employee involvement, because safety is a team effort, not a one-man show. Hazard identification and assessment are the next crucial steps. It's like playing a game of Where's Waldo. But instead of a striped shirt, you're looking for potential dangers lurking in the workplace. Once hazards are identified, control measures can be implemented to eliminate or minimize the risks. Think of it as building a fortress around your workers, protecting them from potential harm. But it doesn't end there. A robust safety and health program also includes regular inspections, training, and emergency planning. It's about creating a culture where safety is not just a box to be checked, but an integral part of the work environment. That concludes our discussion on. Join us tomorrow as we continue our journey with. If you found this video informative, please like and share it, and invite your friends and colleagues to our page, SPIC, to enhance their safety knowledge. Goodbye, and stay safe.